Welcome to Brains, Brawn, and Bougie, a podcast hosted by three lifelong friends who are unapologetically authentic and never afraid to say what's on our minds.
From what's happening in our lives to what's happening in the world around us, we bring our honest opinions, real conversation, and plenty of laughs.
Join us as we unpack life, love, ambition, and everything in between, with real talk, real humor, and just the right amount of bougie.
Brains, brawn, and bougie, yeah, we bring the whole thing. Smart talk, strong moves, living life like a queen. Tune in, level up, every week we go deep. Brains, brawn, and bougie, this is where you find your peak.
Hi, I'm Patty.
Hi, I'm Eileen.
Hey everyone, I'm Renee, and welcome to Brains, Brawn, and Bougie. And I hope you are ready for some super excitement on this podcast today. So, ladies, how's it going out there? Patty, it looks like you're in a completely different environment than we saw you last time. No needlepoint pot leaves behind you.
Nope. My mother still doesn't know that's what they are. I don't think that's what they are. But no, I'm in Iowa, so I think I talked about this before. I am teaching a class, Cornell College in Mount Vernon, Iowa. It's a human resource class, 300 level econ class, which cracks me up because in college, I never took one econ class, but I did take some in my doctoral program and my master's program. Yeah, I'm really loving it. I started Monday. I finished in 3.5 weeks. Too many people in the class, 23 students, but I get to see my daughter every day because she's here.
Wonderful.
But you're still missing your BFF.
I'm still
right?
I'm still missing my BFF mother. Yes, that's correct.
I think your mother gets more airtime on this podcast than we get.
She's going to be very surprised when she listens. If she listens, I don't know. I don't know if I'll let her listen. We'll see. But Eileen, what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been up to watching too much television. So, Renee, I discovered a show that I swear you did in your free time. It's called Fisk. It's on Netflix. And it's
funny.
about a lawyer, I think, in Melbourne, Australia. And she's a little spitfire just like you are. And so listeners, get on Netflix. I think it's like 2 or 3 seasons. Hysterical.
I think I watched one of those, but then I didn't get back to them. I'm going to have to get back to it.
Yeah.
I've actually watched that show. I think that was one of my guilty pleasures during COVID. I don't know if I watched the second season, but thanks for the compliment because I think she's pretty funny lady.
Did your husband think she was just like you?
I think he left the room. He's like, way too much. I can't handle the real thing and
There's
the one
2
on
of
the
them.
screen.
Oh my God. There's
Two of them.
No, so that, and then I just started watching Search Party, which, I don't know any actors' names, so to the listeners, I apologize. I would have to look it up, but I'm not going to. If you watched Arrested Development, it's the girl with the really curly hair. She's the lead in it, and the first 3 seasons you're like, holy crap, like you're really getting into it, and it's a mystery, and how it's solved is really bizarre. I don't know about the 4th and 5th season. I'm kind of still, a little iffy, but it's kind of cute,
So I'm guessing you finished Gilmore Girls.
I finished all the girls. I finished Gilmore Girls
I know you were working
and Gossip
on that.
Girls, and I finished Girls.
I can say
wow.
I have never watched any of those. I don't know if I have watched
I haven't either.
one episode of any of those series, but I'm glad you are enjoying them.
It's my guilty pleasure. I have a hard time falling asleep because of my lovely back pain. And due to multiple myeloma, it's just a chronic pain that we get. And so I watch a lot on my iPad so my lovely dear husband can sleep and get up at 4:30 with the dogs. So
I'm impressed
yes.
because my eyes get really heavy. I get really tired. I get very old eyes at around 9 o'clock and I get really droopy. Like staying up till 10 is a big deal in my house.
Holding the iPad, there's been a couple times I fell asleep and bonked myself in the head with it. So that has happened. But seriously, most nights I'm up till about 1 or 2. Like I go to bed early, but fall asleep really late.
I've found a little bit older I get, sleeping sometimes, some nights I'm awake at 2. It's
Yeah.
not very often because I'm a really good sleeper, but every now and then it's like, what the heck? Like, just fall asleep.
Oh,
Right?
And I don't
let
want to
me
look at.
let me give a disclaimer for everyone listening. Do not, under any circumstance, do middle of the night shopping. Because not only will you forget that you actually purchased it when it shows up, but you end up buying stuff that you're like, wait, what?
It's
And
like,
don't
Yes,
do it.
it's very exciting. You get things you didn't know were coming.
until you
You
get the
know,
bill.
No, that
Are they glasses? Are you buying glasses in the middle of
Everything.
the night? Oh,
everything. Like I'm like, oh my God, that's a face cream I need. Do you have any idea how many face creams I have in my medicine cabinet? More than I need.
I
So,
can help you
but
get rid of those.
oh no, like I was sold, because like in Korea they've got, a ton of
Yeah, they do.
lotions, potions, whatever. And so just last week, I'm like, oh my God, I have to have this new cream. And it just showed up today. And my husband just looked at me with that, really? You needed
By the
that?
way, your face does look really nice.
Yes, it
Thank
does.
you.
It's yes. All the redness is gone. It looks smooth and beautiful.
Although my lip is
I
still
know.
weird. I'm still waiting for that to
That's all right.
come
It's
back.
getting there.
It's getting there. And, having both your jaw joints replaced and having to learn how to
Mhm.
chew again and talk, basically, it's not for the faint of heart. And yeah, so I talk funny, I sound funny, once in a while a little drooling, but we won't talk about that. I can't get a sushi roll in my
Oh,
mouth. I have to cut it in
so
half.
sad,
It's very
so sad.
sad.
So
Right?
I want to say, just having this one tooth issue that we talked about, because it was last week, and him telling me I have to chew on one side of my mouth is a pain. It's so you're chewing on one side. So I can't compare. I'm empathizing a little
Just
bit.
know that I can hear if I move my jaw like that back and forth.
Yeah.
I can hear it squeak in my
Oh.
ears. So it's a little disconcerting, but we're getting
Is
used
it a mouse?
to it. And
Or
I
is it
can
Eileen's jaw?
and I can say the word baby better than I could.
Good.
Anything with B's and P's and M's were like screwing me up for a couple months.
I think it's
so-
getting a lot better.
It's
Yeah,
getting
I
there.
hope so.
I can see.
Yeah.
Much
I
better.
can see it. Renee, what have you been doing?
I'm in Colorado and it's so dry here. I literally had a bloody nose again, like 10 minutes before we started this. I will be just standing there and all of a sudden dry, but I'm trying. I've got all my lotions and potions that I have, not for my skin, but to stick up my nose. So
I
I'm
should,
trying,
you know what?
people.
I should insert the photo that you sent us.
Oh,
Instagram, where
So-
your mittens were full of blood. It was
Blood.
I was on a
everywhere.
walk with my dog and failed to bring a Kleenex with me, and bloody nose out of nowhere popped up. And I was, I don't know, a couple miles from home. So I had mittens on. And of course, I feel the need to share my beautiful pictures with all of my girly friends. You're welcome.
Do you
Pulling
remember
it up.
idiot mittens?
No.
Yes.
Oh, they
Oh,
were
the
the
ones that
mittens
had
that
the
had the
string.
string. And they would just flap around when you weren't wearing them.
Ladies,
Great invention. I don't know who made
ladies,
that up.
those
but-
are my ski mittens. I still wear those.
Good for you.
Thank you. I can't be losing a mitten on the ski lift. That's way too much
Wait,
pressure.
do they sell them like that? Or does your grandmother make them for you?
I called your mom, Patty, and she made them for me.
My mom does knit things.
Well,
She
and
does.
that is one of my little handy dandy.
Do I show this?
Yes. What?
It's
Oh, my
it's your
picture.
picture.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, look at that face. That's like a
So-
horror. It's a horror.
Now show
Is
my
that
mitten.
picture? I'm looking for the mittens.
It
Where the
should
heck are
be
the mittens?
right
Oh my
next
God,
to the face.
If
You
you,
would think
are,
so,
if
right?
you aren't watching the podcast right now, you just missed a beautiful, bloodied face of Renee.
Well, at least people know I wasn't exaggerating and I was making stories up.
No, for some reason, I think those myths gone away.
Well-
and I'll keep looking, keep talking.
Okay, that's okay. We're all on pins and needles, purely.
Yeah,
But
I can't find it. You're going to have to show it.
I share things with these ladies, too many things, because they all know that I am quirky beyond quirky and I have a lot of hangups. And that is today's theme. But we're going to talk about quirky, a kind of psychological hangups. And the
Oh.
definition of a psychological hangup is an emotional or physiological preoccupation or problem, a persistent cause or annoyance. So I have a laundry list of things that annoy me. I'm trying to become better. Now, one thing I want to qualify today's podcast theme. We all know we're on the edge sometime, especially in today's environment where we're just
Yeah.
about to lose our shit. So we're not going to talk about those emotional triggers, the deep emotional, physical responses to trauma. Today, we're going to try to keep it light-ish and just talk about those silly, quirky things that we have in our lives. And the reason we're doing this, I was with these two ladies and I held up an orange. This is where it came from. And I was like, I really want to eat this orange. I love oranges, but I can't peel it because I just can't peel it.
Weird.
I know.
It is weird. It leaves this weird feeling. And yeah, I get
So I got to cut it or I got to hand it to somebody else in hopes they will peel that. Does anybody else have? Because before I go through my list, which we could be here for 3 hours, I'd like to see if there's anyone else that can play this game with me.
I want to ask the question first to you two. Do you find that you have more now than you used to? Is it just a matter of us being older and having more experiences? Or are we just at the point where it's like we don't give a shit about things?
I probably be more like I don't really care. I don't.
Yeah.
There's things that bother me, like stop honking your horn when you know I can't move. Like it says no turn on red.
Yes.
Not get off.
Read the frickin' sign.
Read the sign.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, because I just find that to be kind of aggressive.
I'll tell you what makes me in the back of my head become very judgmental is when anybody over the age of, let's say 55 says, I just don't understand the music that they're playing, these young kids. And it's that rap crap or what. I mean, and I'm like, these people are my age. And I'm like, who are you? Yeah. Again, like, what happened do you understand who you've become? You've become all the people we used to like.
Right.
And every form of music is an art. And just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
Doesn't mean it doesn't have value. And I'm like, oh, but when they're our age, it's like, man, I don't get it.
So I remember, Patty, when you and I were in the pom-pom squad, right? We had to make up
Yes, we
routines
were.
all the time. And we would use
Yep.
my basement. And my poor mother would have to listen to the same 8 count of some Pat Benatar song.
Yeah.
Like she'd have to listen to like for 3 hours as we got down that little, whatever. But no, my mom used to say that too. What are you kids listening today? Whatever.
Exactly. But I never expected people I know my age to start saying that. It's that age, where you're like, oh, you've gone over the edge. You've gone over the edge.
It is interesting, that question you posed, Patricia, though, of do you think it's more quirks, or I think there is an element, as Eileen said, of just not giving a rat's ass anymore. And that's a technical term, rat's ass. But also maybe being a little more self-aware of like, oh, I got a lot of shit in my backpack that maybe I need to unload. And again, it's not the big stuff, because I do think there's some self-reflecting sometimes where people are like, I don't like that music. It's like, okay, who have you turned into? And this might not be about you, and get over yourself. And there's a whole different world out there that maybe you need to take a peek into. But also just I don't know. There are some things where I'm like, I don't care. This is going to bug me till the day I die. And you know what that is? Tags and close. I can't stand tags and close. And
Renee has been this way forever. This is not new.
forever. And when people go, and Eileen, you mentioned this because I've had a niece that does this as well, and a sister-in-law resells things on Poshmark. And well, in order to do that, you have to have the tag. It's a real tag of a very exclusive item, which that takes me out of that category right away. But the first thing I do, and I don't care if it's a shirt I paid $5 for or $50, I'm flipping that baby and I'm taking, I don't even cut it off. I had to take a what are they called?
Seam ripper?
Seam ripper.
Seam ripper.
And I often on the side of the shirt have to resew the hole because they sew a tag into it. And I can't have that little, it will make me a crazy all day long. So,
Or what
yeah.
about like that plastic thread that they use in some of the clothes? And you're like, oh God. And it's just like
I'm
everywhere.
wearing a pair of
Yeah.
jeans that I had to take the top layer of thread off because it itched so badly. Yeah.
Why do they need
Gotcha.
tags? I don't get it. Stamp it. I know how
You
to
know what
wash stuff.
What does drive me nuts with clothes, though, is that the average height of a female is like 5'3", 5'2", 5'3".
Is it average?
However, when you buy jeans, they're made for someone who is 6'4" and is a glamazon. God love them. But I always have to have everything hemmed. I know, Renee, you live this every
That's
day.
like
But
4 foot 11
that's
and
why,
7
that's why
3/4
I
inches.
I love classic Levi's because you can get it in the right
Yes.
length.
They do inseam for men, but
For
they
men,
don't do them
not
for women.
No, it drives
They
me
also put more
batty.
pockets in men's clothing.
But why do their shirts button on the
other side.
I know the history behind that.
The
Take a back
buttons.
seat, ladies. I know this
All right.
because I
We'll be
have a
schooled.
brain full of useless information. I know nothing pertinent, but I know all kinds of like, really? That's because in the really olden days, men were dressed by people.
Oh.
Oh, you're welcome. Put that in your bank, in your brain bank.
Lean's talking about the dry cleaning because the machines are made to fit the men's clothing, correct?
That is, yes. And that is called pink tax. So
Yes.
I think there's a show about pink tax, but really
There
what
is.
pink tax is, same razor. Men is in a blue box, women's is in a pink box. There's an uplifting cost for the pink box than there is for the blue box. Someone, and I'll have to look it up and I'll bring it on the show sometime, did an analysis of the same identical products
Yep.
that cost women more because of the pink tax. And we make less typically than a male.
Typically,
So
we
then
do.
that gap is even more. So it's
Yeah.
just that's something that drives me.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay,
I know.
here's another quirk I got. And if you're creeping on this, let it go, because this is not meant to be creepy, okay? I don't want any creep. I gotta have my bra and underwear match. Like if I put on a black bra and black underwear, and then I have to change the color of my underwear to, I don't know, tan, so it doesn't show on my pants, I will take my shirt off and switch my bra.
Wow.
That's weird.
I know.
We're going to just come right out and say, it doesn't really matter. Are you afraid you're going to get hit by a bus and somebody might see you in the ambulance?
I don't know.
What's-
That is totally, I need to see somebody. I've got this matching issue.
Yeah. So here's the question. Have you ever not been able to do that? And Is
Yeah, it'll make
causing
me crazy all
anxiety in your
day.
life?
If like my belt doesn't match my shoes. And we have a very good friend that I won't mention her name, but she is a fashion goddess. And she'll be
She
like,
is.
Renee, you don't need to match every, but she is so fashion forward and can put patterns together and, stripes and dots and done. I can't even mismatch my underwear without it making me crazy. So I'm like,
She is effortlessly cool.
Yes.
Right? Like she can throw something on and look amazing, and I throw it on and I look dowdy. That's
Well, you know
just
what?
the way it is.
I mean, I don't sometimes wear underwear. There, I said it.
My daughter
I-
doesn't either.
I free ball
I
it
have to wear.
so many times because it's just like I don't want the panty line, or
I'm looking at
I
it.
just don't give a crap. I am going completely
Commando.
without underwear, and so
Mm.
then you got
I
nothing
do-
to worry about, Renee.
I do have a panty line hang up. I will say that. Now, I typically wear boy underwear in those situations. Like
boy shorts.
boy shorts.
Yeah, I do that too.
Boy cut.
Yeah.
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 In fact, I remember you got me into wearing those back when I used to wear more work pants, right? And so yeah, they're making underwear a little bit better now. At
Well,
least
and
that's
if
happening.
if you've ever, as a female listening, worn thongs,
No,
like
I
it's
tried.
like it is a string up your ass all day long that ain't comfortable just so you don't have a panty line.
I always think bacterial highway.
oh,
My biology
so I
brain.
think I had at some point as well. Yeah, right, you're right. And God love the younger generation. When we were growing up, do you remember if somebody your bra strap? It was. Oh my gosh, your bra strap is showing, and thank goodness we're past that.
Well,
But
Eileen,
I-
in that same realm you were talking of, we do a lot of bicycling, and you're not supposed to wear underwear under your biking clothes because those ridges will cause a lot of friction. And to get non-bikers to get that, like, no, you don't wear your underwear. Just leave that behind. You don't wear your underwear in there. Just can't get over that.
yeah, but bike shorts are made differently too. People know that.
This
I
is
get
so
what you're
sexy.
saying.
I buy my underwear on Amazon. I could give two shits.
Well, you're not
Um,
wearing it half the time.
Well, there's that, but I buy they're like boy shorts.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
and they come in multiple colors. They're cheap. I can just replace them. I really have never been an underwear like sexy girl with I do have some cool bras that I do show under more, see-through kind of stuff, which is cool.
That's okay. That's
I
all
know.
right. All right. Here's another one of my quirky things. I really don't like fingerprints on a car window or a dog nose. Like I will get out and clean all of the windows in my car so they are not necessarily the windshield, but the side. Yeah.
It's so funny.
I
My
know.
dog nose prints stay on there forever.
No, when I get
'Cause
out of
I
a
never-
car wash, I'm taking the extra effort to take the towels and like washing the watermarks because I don't like
Oh my
those.
God. Renee, you would lose your ever loving shit if you lived in our house, which is all glass, basically.
That's
in the
true.
back. And now we got two dogs licking and pawing and rubbing their butts up against the glass. I try to keep it clean, but literally 2 seconds later, gotta give up.
Again,
just
I
can't.
know I need help. I know I need therapy. I got a lot of stuff.
Okay,
You know what?
talking about animal. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say what I hate is cleaning a roasted chicken. Peeling the chicken off.
Oh, a turkey at the end of Thanksgiving.
I
Yes,
don't even
all
do
of that.
turkey anymore for Thanksgiving. We've changed it. We went full Italian. We do lasagna because it's just
Sounds
so much
great.
better. But like when we want, chicken Caesar salad or something, we buy the roasted thing.
So
And-
is this cooked chicken or raw chicken? 'Cause-
well, so cooked chicken, yes, off the bone because you get it under your fingernails, and then raw chicken having to slice that or ugh, it's just like
Well,
I don't
and
mind
I
doing it
think-
with beef.
I think I mentioned this to Patty because once upon a time we were with your husband and he made some amazing hamburgers. And I
Yes,
would
he
never
did.
do
Mash
that
burgers.
because it's the raw meat. And again, Patricia, I was a biology major as well. I've cut up a lot of stuff. But when it
making
comes to
meatloaf,
eating-
you don't want to like mix up the meatloaf in the
oh,
bowl.
I don't
to
make
put it-
meatloaf. No.
But here is Renee, where you and I are really simpatico, right? So I was at Renee's one time because I was visiting Green Bay and we were doing some baking right before Christmas. She was making biscotti and I was making some lemon cookies. And I got my lemon and you have to zest the lemon. And I start zesting the lemon and Renee has a fit. Oh my gosh, you have to wash that
Yes.
first.
Yes.
And I said, I did wash it first because, I don't even cut into lemons or avocados or limes or apples
Cantaloupe?
without taking dish soap and washing the outside of them.
Thank you for pointing
just
out
don't.
yet another quirk that I had forgotten about.
So she was like, oh my gosh, don't. And I'm like, already taken care of.
You
I
know, I
promise
must
you.
live on the edge because
You
I
must.
never have washed a cantaloupe with dish soap, and so wow.
I
And
do.
I
There's
and
a lot
I'm-
of grooves in there.
Yeah,
Think of all the people that and the trucks and
Good
it's
eating the
rolled
rind.
down
But you're
But soon
sticking
as
the
you
knife
cut-
through it.
all that from the out is now on the end.
It's very true.
It's
I
bad.
don't. Okay.
I know next time you have one, you're going to be like, how did they do? I mean, when you're out to eat, you just don't think of, I'm like, I have to let things
Oh,
go.
right.
I just have to let things go. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Oh, I've done that
But-
like with hotel rooms because I was a real germaphobe. Yet with smaller kids,
Mhm.
and as they grow to big kids and young adults in sports and school activities, you're going to all of these crappy hotels and you're like, I got to let it go. I got to let it go. Otherwise, I am going to sit in a corner here and just be a freak.
Did your boys ever come home with lice from school?
No, they did not. I have lots of family that has experienced that, but no, we did not. However, our oldest was a wrestler, so there were ringworm situations.
No.
And you know where that comes from too. Well, all the different bodies rolling on the mats. But one of the biggest things, and
Ew.
again, this is like cleaning the outside of a cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
The referees go walking off the mat, down the
Yep.
hall, into the restroom, out into the parking lot. Then they walk back in, and then they're walking on the mats where the kids are rolling around. They don't,
Yep.
their shoes are indoor, their bodies are all indoor. But yeah, now you bring all that big
Mhm.
stuff.
This is why I like Pilates because the student has to wash everything down
Right.
with the antibacterial wipes for the next person. So that's cool. But my mother, one year, because I traveled so much, gave me a blue light as a stocking
She
stuffer.
did.
Did you use it? Was
And
it horrifying?
I used it once and threw it across the room
Yeah.
because I was horrified. And this was a reputable hotel, not a
Yep.
motel. Ew.
Yeah.
The carpet.
Crazy, isn't
Ew.
it? Yeah.
And I can't. I don't want to know. I was in New
No.
York during the big bed bug breakout. Like if I don't know, it doesn't exist. Like
Right.
just
And now I do have a brother-in-law that travels a lot, and that's one of it's not a sleeping bag, but it is. It's
Oh,
like a cocoon. He like steps
Nice.
into it, goes over his head, kind of ties it up. And you're sitting there, you're sleeping like a burrito. I would have a panic attack.
I don't like
yeah.
it. Yeah. I don't like it.
I do want to go back to the lice thing for just a second. Eileen, you were shaking your head. Yes, your boys had it.
They
So
did.
Maggie had it twice. And the first time I was everything gets washed. You're just, and the second time, like, we'll get through. I mean, because that's the reality is.
Well,
these
you know what?
things
It's so
happen.
easy with boys. take her and just shed,
yeah.
and they
Not
didn't,
so
you
easy
know,
with girls.
and that, yeah. So, but you know, I think that's pretty common. I don't like bugs in general. I'm anti-bug. But my stepdaughter has told me never to kill the bees in the pool,
no.
so I don't, because we love the bees.
I'm
Bees,
a
we
bug.
love
I'm a
bees.
bug proponent.
Yeah,
that mean
but
I'm
if
good?
a wasp, if a
No, I don't
wasp
like wasps.
comes, I will
Yeah.
slap those things on and
Yeah.
drown
Yeah.
them in the water.
They're
But
just mean. They're
Yeah.
just
All right,
Yeah,
I got
there's a
another
lot of-
quirk. You guys are going to love this one.
all right.
I don't like spoons.
spoons,
Okay, spoons. You're going to have to explain how do you eat your yogurt?
or
Fork.
soup. Would you?
Well, I use a spoon if I have to use a spoon. Like if I'm doing
What is wrong with spoons?
Like I will eat my ice cream with a fork. I don't know. It's that whole flat surface.
you
I know,
yeah.
right?
It's a spoon.
Yeah, I don't want a spoon. I don't want a spoon. I want a fork. Yeah. I'm not a
I'm
spoon girl.
learning so much about you.
Yeah, there's some deep-seated psychological. You need to do some hypnosis or something so we can figure out where the spoon thing comes
Yeah,
from.
isn't that weird?
That's
No, I
weird.
don't
Yeah.
like, and I'm sure that is one of those tactile.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know there's people who don't like wooden spoons when they're
Ew,
cooking.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Don't you
But-
have
or
to
does-
taste like spaghetti sauce or anything that's acidic with a wooden spoon rather than a metal? Because the metal will change the taste.
You're supposed to, yeah, but a lot of people don't like wooden spoons. I do,
Well,
but they have to be the good ones.
yeah, because otherwise you think about all the bacteria that is kind of seeping into that wooden.
Ew.
No,
And that's why I don't like,
It's like
the
a wooden
plastic
cutting
cutting
board.
board. Yeah.
You don't like plastic, so
No, because
as
that will have bacteria in it as well. You have to get the metal.
the metal
ones.
or
Yeah.
wooden. Wooden actually is somewhat self-cleaning, antibacterial on its own.
Are we talking about
the-
uterus or vaginas or cutting boards?
What?
Vaginas are self-cleaning.
How
Thank
did
you.
we get to the vaginas?
They are self-cleaning, and you don't need anything to
Because
help
you have two
clean your vagina.
you have
You
two
don't have to do one
biology
of
majors.
those-
You have two
Yeah,
biology
you don't have
majors
to do one
on
of those
this. No,
Summer's
steam. You don't
Eve?
have to do like a
No.
steam
Oh, the
thing.
steaming. Have you ever seen a steaming chair?
Yes.
Like they look like outcomes. They're just a chair with a big hole, and you sit on it with your vajayjay out, and they just have steam coming
You
in.
know, like you can get lavender steam, you can get, like mint steam,
don't need
whatever
any of
journey you
that.
want. I have never steamed
I-
my
that-
Don't. It's a
vajayjay.
waste of money.
that sounds like I need to go right to the drugstore for monostat after that. Yeah, no, that seems
Or-
very wrong.
Or like why do people bleach their asshole? You can't see it. That drives me nuts. Like, are you kidding me? You're bleaching your asshole? Okay, that brings up a whole other bucket of questions for me.
That is
Right?
a bunch of
Like-
questions.
The questions. Like,
Yeah.
who came up with that and
That's-
why?
And how long does it
Why?
stay bleached?
I don't know. I don't know.
That is the big. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm looking.
I
it up.
think what it was that show, and I'm gonna kill all their names. Bridesmaid? That was the first time I even heard.
Oh,
that.
that's where
Yes.
she talked about bleaching her asshole. The bride. Yeah.
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 That's that's the first time
But
because I'm
again,
kind of
I-
in the dark on these things. I'm kind of
Yeah.
in the.
I
Are you ready?
I am
Would
so
you like
ready.
me to read this?
Yes.
Enlighten
Okay.
us.
People bleach their anuses primarily for cosmetic, aesthetic, and confidence boosting reasons, aiming to lighten the naturally darker skin in the perianal area to match the surrounding skin
Oh,
tone.
for fuck's sake.
Popularized by it's an adult film star, it's often sought to feel more attractive or clean during intimate moments.
Okay.
Well, so when I moon the passers-by on a boat, I guess
you want
I'll
high
have a
confidence.
nice, bright.
Listen,
You
if
want your
you're in the
confidence
middle, if you're in the middle of sexy time and somebody goes, wow, your butthole's a little too dark for me.
Then that person does not belong
Thanks.
there. They do not deserve to be.
Back away.
How long?
Back away
does
from the asshole.
anal-
Just,
Yes. Well, that whole
Yeah,
thing
just
is
let's-
about, the whole thing about
Yeah.
You're making
women in
you
general.
know, this is going into my search history now. Can you imagine the ads I'm going to be getting tomorrow?
I cannot wait.
All right. You ready? Anal bleaching results typically last between 3 to 6 months, though they can last up to a year depending on the individual.
Depending on how much you shit.
Probably.
So there you go. Deep dive, a small little deep dive into anal bleaching. Never thought this conversation would go that way.
It does bring up a pet peeve of mine though.
Oh, good.
When you're in a stall going to the bathroom and they have those things that only do one sheet at a time, and
Oh, yes.
and you got to keep pulling, and it's breaking. Yeah,
I want to know
I
why
just-
you leave loud environments to go into a restroom. So quiet. So quiet. It's really, really
that
quiet.
you can hear what
Excuse me.
everyone's doing
can
in
hear
every
every-
stall.
They should be blaring music in there.
Well,
one
that's,
place that
that's
should
why you
have
do the
some.
courtesy flush. You flush before you make a sound.
Seems like a
Well, there are-
very big waste of water, but 100%
but it's-
necessary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But it saves your confidence because, like, when you're at work and you're in the bathroom with other people and you walk in at the same time and you know these
Oh, I hate
women
that.
and you're like, oh my God, like my lunch and coffee have kicked in. It's time. Like, right? And
Eileen, I feel, again, we could do a whole hour on
just on shit.
your exit issues. Or non-issues.
I shit the bed at the Regent Beverly Wilshire Pretty Woman Hotel. So we'll leave that for another time. But I did
It's a
do
good
that,
story.
and I was wearing a thong, so it was like shitting through a string. It was just, I don't
Now-
recommend.
You were very sick at the time.
You were.
I had food poisoning, and
Okay.
but it doesn't. I was staying at the hotel with someone that was at a conference, and I couldn't go to the conference because I had food poisoning. But I knew he was going to be back up in the room. Called down to the maids. I'm like, I need a new mattress pad and sheets. Stat. I was just opening the window.
Do you have to tip extra for that?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did. Oh my God. People. So
Okay. Eileen has the best hotel stories.
Oh, the skunk in the hotel room.
The
That
skunk
was
in the
another
we will
one.
tell
I'll
those
tell
another
that
time.
someday.
So you
Yeah.
all come back, keep listening because you'll hear the
Hotel
skunk
story.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that
So-
people already know I am totally psychotic because I don't eat
Not
with
her.
spoons, tags, match my underwear. What else did I have? And I can't peel an orange. I feel like you two are holding out on
Wait,
some
I'll-
quirky
I'll
stuff.
give you one. I'll give you one. I use 3 toothbrushes.
At one
I know,
time,
everybody's like, no. So I have my little Sonic Care that I use at night, but used to have 2. I used to not have Sonics, but I still had 3 toothbrushes.
are we doing
I
an
had-
ad now for Sonic toothbrushes?
We are not. But I'm just saying, I've got the electric one.
Ooh,
I got my electric toothbrush at night. And then I had read that you should make sure your toothbrush dries thoroughly. And so you should use a different toothbrush
so
in
you
the
should
night
use
and in
your
the morning.
like someone else that you're living with, their toothbrush.
No, that's just gross. So now I have a toothbrush for the morning, and then I have a baby toothbrush that I use to clean my retainer.
I thought you were going to say, and that's
You're
the one
very
you-
complex.
yeah. What happens when
That's
you
weird,
travel?
though.
Are you
I travel with 3 of them.
You do.
I put the 2 regular toothbrushes in one holder, and then the electric one has.
You
its
know,
own
when you
holder.
come to visit me, I'm going to have to find a 3-hole toothbrush.
Oh,
holder.
last time I went to visit, I totally forgot to bring a toothbrush, so I survived. I made it work. But
I have
I use
extra.
3 toothbrushes.
I always have extra toothbrushes in my house in case someone
Yes.
forgets theirs.
Patty, is this why you
Exactly.
have to check your luggage when you travel? for all your toothbrush accessories.
Exactly. It makes it so heavy. Please. I use a lot of toothbrushes. Kind of weird.
And still you
Right?
have an infection in your face.
Oh, still I have. Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing for me. Oh, but let me tell a huge quirk is it just drives me out of my ever loving mind because your toothbrush is set on your
Oh, it's
top of your
toothbrush related again.
Yeah.
yes, it's toothbrush related, and then your toilet. If it's close enough, people who don't shut their toilets when they flush them, that crap literally flies everywhere.
I think they've done studies, and if you shut your toilet, it still flies everywhere.
but not as bad. It's
Okay.
like using a mask, right?
Okay.
Things are still going to get through, but not at the level that they get through, right?
So I travel and I have like this little thing I put over the brush part of the toothbrush. It's a little plastic thing
Yes.
and it covers.
Oh, so you just
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So-
let it dry out all the way though.
It's got a hole in the top of it so air can get in. But maybe, I don't
But
know,
take-
maybe then poop can too. I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's just a lot.
But
It's a
I've
lot to
never
think
made
about.
the connection between a clean toothbrush and a toilet.
I know.
But is this
Yeah.
poop coming out of your bleached asshole? Because I feel that would be
That might be a little better.
that would
In a
be
hotel
You
room.
never know. In a
No,
hotel room.
in bed.
Hotel room.
Yeah.
right next to that blue light or black light situation.
I'll tell you a pet peeve, and it's something that my kids do. They send me a text and they go, "Hey," and that's it. Not, "Hey, mom, I want to know this." It's just, "Hey," and so then I reply because I'm an asshole. I reply, "Hey," and then weeks go by before I ever figure out what the first "hey" was for. So for the younger generation, your moms, don't have a lot of time. Put the entire thing, do voice to text, tell them what you need, and let's get on with it. But the hey thing, like with my son Andre, back and forth for days.
That's pretty funny. Hey, he's texting
Yeah.
you. That's a good thing.
Right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Proof of life.
Proof
It
of
works.
life.
There
I
is
need those
proof of
more
life
often
there,
than I
yeah.
wish I did.
I
Yeah.
know, because your children don't call you as often as mine does.
Not multiple times a day. No, they do not.
Oh my God. I've never witnessed that before in my life. When you were here, you and Maggie talked like every 2 hours.
And then she would have to hang up with Maggie to call her mom.
I know, because that's
I've-
her BFF. So she had to relay everything she talked to me.
Well, I'm not going to apologize for having people who love me. I'm telling
Look
you,
at
it's a lot of
Patty is
fun.
like, I will not be bullied by you ladies. And I respect that, Patty, because I do my best to be
They're
a
just
bully.
sad they never had girls. They love their boy. It's not
Yeah.
having those girls,
Right?
I
Oh,
was wondering what it would have been like.
Another quirk at a grocery store. Don't have plastic bags. Just don't. Like, make people bring their own reusable bags. Like they do that in California. They do not do that here in Arizona, and it's just it
I
drives
don't
me
understand.
ape shit.
I talked to my mother the other day, sorry, and she goes, "You'll be so proud of me." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "I went to the grocery store and I brought my own bags." And I'm like, "They're in your car. Just bring them in with you." You have to train yourself. I don't understand. People who literally walk out of the store with like 10 of those plastic bags. I'm like,
The
why?
only thing, like when we do it, if we forget something, they're good for picking up dog poop.
Yeah. Right.
When you have two
Once
dogs,
in
there's
a
a lot of poop.
while, you're running in for something, whatever. I go to Walgreens or I go to the drugstore. I go and I'll have two little things, and they'll start putting them in the bag, and I'm like, nope, I'm just going to carry them out with me. I can carry these to my car.
Well, and my children live in areas where
Right.
they don't give, and then when we're in Colorado, it's the same thing, but not in Wisconsin. I'm like,
Yeah.
start making people pay for these bags, and
Yeah.
you'll realize how you don't really need them.
Well,
You
that's
could
what they
be
do in
just fine.
California, which is cool. They just
Yeah.
if you wanted any kind of bag, they would make you pay for it.
Yeah, they're-
Paper or not. But yeah,
It just seems like
Pet
such a
peeve.
waste to me. Yeah. That is a pet peeve.
peeve for me is the fact that we don't really know more than one language.
yeah.
We weren't forced to. You know,
No.
Yeah. it'd be
many of
nice.
us are second or third generation, so our parents didn't necessarily like. My mother would yell in German. Then I knew I was
And
in
I had
trouble.
relatives that knew French.
But
My mother
yeah.
grew up with Italian in her household and she did not learn it. I find
Yeah,
it very
well,
sad.
a different time
Yeah.
too. Although I will say, when we talk about Americans not being worldly, I do think that we get a little bit of a bad rap because America is so vast
It is,
that
yeah.
you could travel just our country and meet so many different cultures. Yeah,
Absolutely. Because it
Mm.
is. It's a great place. And I mean, East Coast, West Coast.
right.
Yeah. And of course, when my kids lived on the West Coast and dated ladies from the West Coast and they would come visit us, they'd be like, oh, I've never been to one of these flyover states. Wow, this is a lot different than I pictured it. I'm like, come on. Where did you think you were going? To
Flyover state.
Football team for crying out loud. Like, come on. We're on the map.
like,
Yeah,
wow,
that's-
this is a lot more developed than I thought. I'd be like, did you think everybody lived on a farm? Like, what's your background here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling
will
you, there
say what-
are people that believe that, you know, we just got electricity, running water, and don't all live on farms. So,
When I was 22 and drove down to Tennessee for the first time and went through Kentucky, where I had never been, it was like, where's the bluegrass? Where's the bluegrass? You know, you don't really see bluegrass, but yeah.
Oh, good. I will stop looking when I come down to visit you. Like,
But when I was a child and went to New York to visit my dad's relatives in the city, everybody I met said, oh, you live on a farm. I'm like, no, I do not live on a farm. Well, you're from Wisconsin. I do not live on a farm.
but
I
do
will
love
not
my
cut raw
cheese.
chicken or bake meatloaf, raw meatloaf. So no.
Oh, sweetheart,
do
I'm
that.
gonna. I have to introduce you to my meatloaf.
No.
It is
That was one of our
legendary.
marriage vows because we both grew up with crappy meatloaf.
Oh
That
no,
we will
this is
never.
my mom's recipe. It's so good.
Everybody says that, but you haven't tried my
no,
meatloaf
no,
recipe.
pet peeve.
I'm like,
the
I'm
word
not
moist.
trying your meat pie recipe. I'm not.
You are
doing
gonna
it.
try it. You are gonna try it, and it is moist. That's another pet
I
peeve, when
like
people say
meatloaf.
moist.
So there.
I was gonna say,
I do
there's a
too.
pet peeve. I feel like that word needs to come out of the
Moist.
English.
that or
language.
panties. Moist and
I
panties.
like saying panties. It's a great word.
panties. No
Panties.
No,
Yeah.
no. Like I have asked women, are your panties in a ball? Like, what's wrong with you?
And is
Like,
that the reason why you've decided not to wear them?
to free ball? Yeah,
To fr-
yeah.
Is
So-
that still
Oh.
relevant in the female vernacular? Free balling?
Panties.
No.
I don't
balling.
like
free
it
ball.
when men say the word panties. So let me be a little bit more clear.
Okay. All right.
Or
I can
or
appreciate
call 'em-
that.
You miss.
Or my dad used to call them boobies. No, they're breasts. Like,
Oh.
don't call them boobies, you know? Yeah. Don't like it.
I know adult women who still can't say the word vagina. So, you know,
Are they
Well,
of a
but
certain
I also-
generation?
no, our age.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it when men call a woman
They're
a bitch
Southern.
either. That's a pet peeve. I
Yeah.
can call a woman a bitch. It's like I can complain about my parents, but you can't complain about my. You know what I mean? It's like you know, bitch. What are you talking about? But I don't like it when men use the word bitch. Or so in England, it's very common to say, "Oh, that's really cunty." So that word is a lot more accepted across the pond.
Yes, it is. They say it
We
in
have a
all the
really-
shows.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like-
have
yeah.
a really hard time with that, right? So
I actually have to say, I would like us to embrace that word
There you go.
as Americans. I
and
really
why?
would.
Why is that? I'm not.
Because I
I'm
think
not
it's
pro
very
or
descriptive.
against. I
I think it's descriptive. Oh, although anytime you are using a word that is derogatory towards a female, I think that you have to be cautious with that.
Mhm.
Kind of like women embracing it for themselves, you know, probably like the LGBTQ community embracing queer for themselves, you know, that idea. So I think it would not be a bad thing to do.
And
But
it's just like the word pussy. It's
I don't
like,
think men should say it.
again, it's like derogatory. Like, oh, don't be such a pussy. What do you mean? Like, don't be such a bad vagina? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
And then you go into
what's that
why they
mean?
are incredible structures, and you just wish you were.
Yeah.
They're insanely complex.
You just wish you
and-
were,
Yeah.
because
You
Yeah.
wish.
doors are tough.
Yeah.
And when we get hit there, we don't crumble.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do not.
So,
We
I don't know.
pushed
We can
human life
survive.
out of that thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renee pushed
Except for-
two of them.
Yeah.
I never had to.
I have the
I
stretch
bought
marks to
mine.
show it. So if you're jealous, I'll share that with you.
I never pushed a baby out because I had a C-section. She got stuck halfway.
I always thought
So-
it'd be fun to be pregnant, like have that pooch.
Oh,
and
did you?
everything,
I
like,
loved being
But
pregnant.
I-
Loved it.
it never happened, so
I
it
know
wasn't in
Renee
the
didn't love it.
cards. Yeah. My sister knew she was pregnant every time she craved a block of cheese.
Not a piece of
Ooh,
cheese,
yeah.
a block, huh?
A block of cheddar.
No,
Yeah.
the famous compliment that I got when I was pregnant was, "You look so good," because most people just gain their weight in their belly, and you just look pregnant everywhere, like you gained everywhere. And I was like, "Yeah, thank you." My husband
you,
will
I think.
also attest to a mental breakdown that I had. It was in a post-holiday party, so it was like in January sometime. And I took him in a corner and I said, "If one more person asks me if I'm having twins, I'm going to have to leave." And that child was born in June. So
Yeah.
that's how big
Well, I remember
I was.
you and David came to visit me in Nashville. I want to say it was April, and you were due in September. And you were visibly pregnant, like really pregnant. Yeah. I mean, it's just short little you. It had nowhere
Okay,
to go but out.
I don't think so, because I know a lot of little people that look like they swallowed a basketball. So I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that whole thing. But
Of course, I
bodies
like
do
to
what bodies
say
are going
how-
to do, and whatever.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
I lost weight. I gained 12 pounds.
Thank you,
total during my whole
Patricia.
pregnancy.
I appreciate that.
Because I lost weight.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank-
Total bragging.
awesome.
about that.
I know, and I will continue to brag.
I think
My
the
child
recap
also
of
slept through
that-
the night at 6 weeks.
I think the recap of that is, I lost weight and I don't have stretch marks, and my vajayjay is as tight can be because I didn't push anything out of there. I
That's
think
exactly what
this
she
is,
said.
Patty, are you going on one of the dating apps soon?
I
To
think
like,
so. I think so. It's what
That's
I
the
need to put up
headline.
there.
that's-
That's a headline.
Hey, listen, it does not matter though, because I still have to be careful. I have to make it to the bathroom in time, because I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta go.
Well, and pregnancy might not always matter, because as we stated prior, Eileen has shit the bed. So,
You know, like I said, does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, and so does Eileen. So, you know,
I love
that's
that.
a bumper sticker.
Renee needs to wrap this up. We
Yeah.
need to get going.
okay, so now everybody knows that I need a lot of, we're going to start a GoFundMe
Therapy
for my therapy sessions.
and for my toothbrushes.
Yeah, well,
And my depends.
but thank you all for sharing this ridiculous hour with us, and we appreciate all of you. And so, ladies, have
Absolutely.
a beautiful day. Yes.
I was gonna say, we'd love to hear from people. So send us your quirks. What are the
know.
things that kind of you do that are just
I do
way
not want to
crazy?
feel all alone in my tag
Right.
issue. So please share.
No, the tag issue is not the issue. The
I
spoon
know.
issue
spoons.
is the issue.
I
That's
just
the
want to say, I'm
issue.
so glad we learned something new about Renee today.
Yeah, the
You know
spoon
what I'm
and
gonna
the
do?
tags.
On the next episode, I'm just gonna be eating yogurt really slowly with a big ass spoon. Sometimes missing my mouth entirely. Like it's just going to be yeah.
Perfect. All
Well,
right.
thank you.
All right,
to
love you
Renee's
guys.
therapy session, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, and we look forward to our next adventure. So come and
Talk to you
join.
again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's a wrap on today's episode of Brains, Brawn, and Bougie. Thanks for listening, friends.
Be sure to follow our podcast so you're the first to know when a new episode drops. And please don't forget to share with your friends.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. So drop us a note at info@brainsbrawnandbougie.com. Until next time, don't forget to bring the brains, bring the brawn, and always bring the bougie.
Brains, brawn, and bougie, yeah, we bring the whole thing. Smart talk, strong moves, living life like a queen. Tune in, level up, every week we go deep. Brains, brawn, and bougie, this is where you find your peak.